Good morning, everybody on YouTube. This morning I'm going to do a quick part 2 video of the Compass Trailhawk conversion here. I'm just going to kind of go over everything that I've done, kind of show it to you, then I'll show you what I used, what products, and give you a little bit of heads up over how I did it. I'm not going to do any how-tos because the stuff I did to this, as far as the vinyl, painting wheels, there are a lot of videos on that, so I didn't want to get into that, but I'm going to go over everything I did and I'll show you the products I used, and you can kind of take a look at it and see how good it looks. Try to give you a little look at it here. There's an overall look at it. I'll just kind of, we got the black rims, trim blacked out up on the roof rail, black compass. Did the grill inserts, red tow hooks, hood wrap, and have some little trail rated emblems on there. So the hood here, I did that with knifeless tape and cast vinyl, which is not a wrap vinyl, which is kind of a standard sign vinyl. I'll show it to you here. There's the knifeless tape that I ran around the edge first. Then this is the vinyl right here. This is from Sign Warehouse. It's Oracal 951 Premium Cast. This is a 30-inch roll by 10 yards. It is much cheaper than wrap vinyl. It's just a little tougher to install and definitely harder to get off. But it's 30 inches. So I just laid out my knifeless tape on here around the edge where I wanted to go, put this vinyl on using a little bit of Windex underneath, squeegeed it out, got it all squeegeed out, then pulled the knifeless tape off after I had the squirters out, and it was good to go. Then of course on the front, on the part 1 video, I did the grill surrounds here that were chrome and blacked this whole section of grill out below the headlights and up around. I used trim black on that. Now these chrome little inserts, you could just scuff them and use the trim black, but I used the same stuff that I used on the wheels. This red, of course, is just red automotive enamel with a little bit of hardener in it. You could use anything on there, even some oil-based red from Lowe's or Home Depot. There's just some quick trail-rated decals there. Now, the wheel wells, of course, here I did, boy, it's hard to see on here. There you go. I did about 2 inches around the whole wheel well. And this is also vinyl here from that roll. I'll kind of go over how I did that. We got the blacked out wheels. This is a satin finish. Blackout on the rims. They're the factory rims. We got, this is not plastic dip, this is just a vinyl decal out of that same vinyl that I used. I cut it out, I have a vinyl cutter for sign making. Cut that out, stuck it on. These roof rails, this little section here was chrome. Covered that in vinyl. And did these are plastic dip. Did the plastic dip on the Jeep emblems. And of course, this was from eBay. Little Trailhawk emblem. And this is actually like a metal type emblem. You can see it's not a decal, it sticks up. So we got that on there. And of course, the red tow hook on the rear. Oh, I did put this is a piece of vinyl on here also. So I'll kind of go over here what I used. On the wheels, of course, I took them off, gave them a good cleaning, scuffed them with a red Scotch-Brite pad, put 2 coats of this JP 377 shop line epoxy primer on, which is the same as far as PPG, the same as Omni. Use that. Then I did 2 coats of this hot rod satin black from Sem. And then on the grill, you could also, I mean, you can plastic dip everything I did. You can also use this trim black. This was from Sem. This is what I used on the front bumper where I blacked it around the grill surround. I used this trim black. And of course I already showed you the vinyl. Now for the wheel wells, what I did is I used a large piece of paper and made a template for the wheel opening. And then what I did is I laid this template, I put the vinyl out, I rolled the vinyl out on the table, laid the template on, and cut the template out. And what you can do, all the wheel wells are basically the same. I used this one pattern to cut a piece out for every wheel well, front and rear, left, right, what have you. Then for what I did first was I wiped it down good. I laid my knifeless tape the whole way around the edge here and down. Then I took the piece of vinyl that I cut out from the pattern, and of course it overlapped. It was up into here and it was way down over here. I laid that on. Then of course I pulled the knifeless tape up. You take that off, it'll give you a good edge. Then you just heat this up a little bit and fold this edge down around, and do a little trimming up inside here so you don't got anything flapping and hanging off. And then of course on the roof, what I did, now I used 30-inch pieces, but just to show you what I did, I cut 30-inch pieces like this, much bigger than I needed. Then of course I laid it on, started it with my finger across here, then just worked it with a squeegee down over, and then used a razor blade, and of course trimmed in the gap here. And same with these. I'm sure you can, if you don't want to get the vinyl, plasti dip them, you'll be happy with that. I just didn't plasti dip it because I know this is basically a little bit easier to remove than plasti dip. And easier to touch up too. You can just cut a piece of this vinyl off if something tears up and stick it on, and only you really know it's there and it's done. So I'll try to give you another good look at it here. I'm kind of cramped for space here in the shop. Try to get where I can get you everything. Right there it is. I mean, put down in your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think it sucks or if you think it looks pretty badass. To me, I think it's a pretty sweet ride now. Keeping it in the family. We also have a 2020 Cherokee that we got to replace this, and I did black it out also as far as that. Now I may do a lift and possibly wheel spacers on this, I'm not sure, but for now that's what we got. If you have any questions or comments on anything that I've done on this, put them down below and I will definitely try to get back to you 100%. Remember to like and subscribe and get in that Jeep and get your ass outside. Later.